Those darn Frenchies are plotting against our retirement.
You've probably seen all these headlines about France is targeting the American retirees with a new healthcare tax. All sounds very dramatic, doesn't it? Bit too dramatic if you ask me. Let me explain. As usual, the headlines are very much clickbait orientated, as more and more things are these days, and it doesn't really tell the full story. To start with, this law going through at the moment is definitely not anti-American. It's not aimed at the Americans. It's simply the same rules being applied to a whole group of people who the Americans happen to be part of, as in the rest of the planet. Basically, the French government have approved a new rule for all non-EU citizens living in France on a visitor visa. That includes Americans, Canadians, New Zealanders, Australians, even Mongolians, that's if they want to live in France. And this isn't some sort of sinister plot against the Stars and the Stripes or vengeance for the tariffs on the cognac we're selling. It's just about fairness and treating everyone equally.
One rule to bind them all.
Along the lines of that, if you live in France full time and you actually use the French health system, then, well, you need to help fund it. If you actually work in France, your social charges help fund healthcare. If you've actually worked your life and retired actually from employment in France, then your healthcare has been paid for out there and carries on normally. If you actually come from an EU country and you retire to France, there are agreements between the different countries in Europe. So once again, you are paid for your healthcare. And after that, there are all these people, Americans included, who have retired to France and no doubt at some point will need healthcare, even if it's just for, a twisted shin or whatever. If you're on a visitor's visa, obviously, as you all note, you can't actually work here officially. So you're not working, so you're not paying social charges, so you're not paying into the medical care like everyone else who's actually working in France. So in order to allow you to join the PUMA, or the PUMA, which is the French health system, and receive the same benefits as everyone else, they're just asking you to contribute some money towards it. The French government's logic is simple. If you use it, you need to contribute to it. Some countries, as I said, have already got reciprocal agreements with France, and obviously people coming from those countries are covered by that agreement. This new rule only concerns those of you who don't come from one of those countries which already has an agreement with France for healthcare. So if you're American, Canadian, New Zealander, Australian or Mongolian, then the same rule applies. No discrimination, no hidden agendas, purely and simply one rule for everyone. So next time you see those clickbait headlines about France is targeting the Americans, take a step back. France isn't targeting anyone. It's simply updating its rules to take into account the influx of people moving into the country. It's common sense, not conspiracy. And it's definitely not anti-American, because believe it or not, the actual French people do always remember the help the Americans gave in the Second World War. I'm Dan Newton, the French estate agent. Don't forget to click like and subscribe down the bottom there, and I'll see you soon. Bye.